Hi everyone, this is Kanika Burataki and today I'm doing a project which is basically finding about how students at Texas Tech choose their professors. For the reference, this is my ID, and today in this video we will cover how the Texas Tech student choose their professors. Do they use peer recommendations, website like RateMyProfessors, or student evaluations, senior recommendations, academic advisor recommendations, or maybe something else? I have done surveys, I have done interviews and reviewed some websites and compare it with one another to find out if it's really worth it or not. And trust me guys, I have collected like bang on data which are like really shocking to me, and in this video I'll share everything with you, so anyone who is new or struggling with finding the teachers or the professors which is the right fit for you, you got the one. So let's know what's the difference between Rate My Professor and student evaluation of course and instructor, which is basically your SECI. Well, Rate My Professor is a public website where students can rate and comment on the professor anonymously. It's informal and anyone can read it. Sometimes it's based on more personal opinion, so I think students can more relate to it. But on the other hand, SEIC is the official survey given by the university at the end of the semester. What I feel while looking at these two platforms is that it is like more confidential. What I feel from these two websites is, if you want to look the course syllabus and the information about the instructor, then you can look for SECI, and if you actually want how the professor teaches you, then you can look at the Rate My Professor. However, there has drawbacks for it because it is an open-ended platform and literally anybody can comment and give the reviews to the professors. I think it is more biased on one edge, but I think it will be helpful for the students who thinks it will be appropriate if they are looking for the similar thing in the professor. So yeah, now let's look at how these both platforms look like. Alright, now let's talk about the survey that I did for this project. For this project, I created a survey form that I sent it to my friends and asked them to send it to their friends as well. By doing that, I have collected like 28 responses, from which now I'm going to share what I have got from those responses. First, my question was, are they from the Texas Tech or not? Most probably 100% of them were Texas Tech, but in my survey I also included I also made sure that it's not only for the student at Tech but also the new incoming student, if they know about any platforms that are available at Tech or not. But my research concluded that everyone who has participated was a Texas Tech student. I also wanted to make sure what background they come from. I mentioned if they are from domestic, international student, transfer student, or maybe the new incoming student. Along with that, I include the question for how long they have been here at Tech, and the responses that I've got is almost from the people who are here since the last semester and about a year ago, and talking about the main questions that do they think the right professor can impact the academic success, to which all of them, like 82% of them have responded yes, a good professor can make a huge difference in the academic success. However, some people think that it more depends on own performance rather than the professor's performance, and nobody thinks that professor does not plays a significant role for the academic success. Along with that, I have asked every participant a question that how do they choose their professor at Tech, and surprisingly I have found that more than 39% of students check Rate My Professor, and 36% of the students prefer seniors or academic advisor recommendation. So what I have concluded that is people usually prefer Rate My Professor and seniors and academic advisor recommendation. However, I have also asked them what factor do they consider while choosing a professor, where most of them have replied to the teaching style, difficulty levels and reviews. Besides that, I have asked them a question that do they rely more on peer suggestions, senior recommendation, online reviews or academic advisor recommendation. To my surprise, most of them have selected all of these mediums, but most of the people go for the senior recommendation to choose a professor at Tech. And when I asked them which method has been the most useful when choosing a professor, most of the people has replied with asking seniors for the recommendation and Rate My Professor. What I can conclude from this is asking the seniors for the class reviews and courses has been really beneficial for every Tech students, and checking the Rate My Professor just helps them to clear a doubt that they have when choosing a professor. Now, I have also asked which platform would they prefer more when choosing a professor, and they have replied or Rate My Professor. And the main question was if they think the Rate My Professor or the student evaluation of course the instructors are biased or not. And the participants thinks that it depends on the platform and specific reviews rather than the whole platform as one. I have also included following optional question for my participants to answer them if they are comfortable with answering them. And that question was if they had good or bad experience while choosing a professor from the platforms like Rate My Professor or student evaluation of course and instructor. And most of them has said no. I have also asked a question to my every participants to include if they have a bad or good experience with the professor after choosing them, and also mention some professor, good or bad professors, to help new students to find out the professor. And I didn't get any proper responses for this. I think this is because people don't really want to point out any instructor to be good or bad. To take it a step further, I also wanted to gather information from experts. So I actually emailed my academic advisor about this. He mentioned that when academic advisor recommend professors, they usually base it on years of experience, and recommendation can vary from person to person as well. Something really important he pointed out was that he would rather advise students to check the student evaluation of courses and instructor, the official platform provided by Texas Tech, instead of relying on the sites like Rate My Professor. From what I have understood, he is encouraging students to trust the TTU platform more because it gives more accurate and detailed picture compared to the outside resources. So overall, based on everything I have gathered, people at Texas Tech usually first ask seniors, peers or academic advisor for recommendation. Then they might check online ratings before making a final decisions. And honestly, my personal opinion would be the same. I would definitely ask people first and then look at the reviews if needed. Alright guys, this is for today's video. I hope you found it helpful if you are trying to figure out how to pick the right professor. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Welcome.